Hello! Welcome to the Anti-SLAPP motion page under Module 3 of the ULV Justice Center website. Before I begin, I would like to make it clear that the information provided on this site is not legal advice, but is provided for informational purposes only. If you are in need of legal advice, we advise you consult with an attorney. Also, if not done so already, please print and download the Anti-SLAPP worksheet to interactively follow the video. Let us begin. Where are you in the process? An anti-SLAPP motion is a part of the pleadings phase in litigation. Before you can file an anti-SLAPP motion, a lawsuit will have been filed against you. A summons and complaint will have been served to you to inform you of this lawsuit. The lawsuit filed against you must be a SLAPP motion for you to be able to use the anti-SLAPP motion. The motion will be used as a way to fight back. The court will then decide whether to grant or dismiss your motion. What is the purpose of this step? The SLAPP in anti-SLAPP stands for Strategic Lawsuits Against Public Participation. The plaintiff filing the SLAPP lawsuit usually has no intention of winning. Their goal is to waste your time and money on litigation. SLAPPs are used as a tool to intimidate a party from practicing their First Amendment of freedom of speech and petition for redress of grievances. An example of this can be, you have posted something on Yelp, leaving a negative review on a business. The business is upset at this review and sends you a cease and desist letter asking you to immediately remove the comment or further action will be taken. This is intimidating, right? You are simply commenting on your personal experience of the business, and now they want to sue you. An anti-SLAPP motion is meant to fight a SLAPP motion back and say, no, you cannot stop me from using free speech. The main purpose of the motion is to protect your freedom of speech. What do you need to accomplish during this step? During this phase, you are to fight the lawsuit filed against you and prove that you are engaged in free speech. The goal of this process is to have the court rule in your favor. You want to prove to the court the plaintiff's motion is meritless and the judge should strike the motion. This means the plaintiff's motion has no point and was made just to intimidate you. If successful, the case will be dismissed early and award you attorney's fees and court costs. Who do you send this to? Your anti-SLAPP motion must be filed with the same court the lawsuit against you has been filed. Also, according to the California Code of Civil Procedure, Section 425.16J, the motion is to be filed with the Judicial Council by email or fascist mail. The motion must be served to the opposing party. To learn how to serve the opposing party and to file with the court, please visit our How to Serve and File Forms page on our website. When do you send and file this? According to the California Code of Civil Procedure, Section 425.16F, the motion must be filed within 60 days from the date the complaint was served. The motion will then be scheduled by the court clerk for a hearing no more than 30 days after the motion was received. To count court days, you exclude the day the motion was sent out and include the last day unless it lands on a weekend or holiday. So a complaint has been filed against you. What if you decide to ignore it and not respond? If you decide not to file an anti-SLAPP motion, the SLAPP filer, also known as a plaintiff, can ask the court to find you in default, which means you can no longer file a response without the court's permission, and a default judgment will be entered against you. A default judgment is when the defendant does not respond to the lawsuit and ignores it entirely. It is a judgment that will force the defendant to be responsible for damages without a trial. You have just been served a complaint. Now what? Before an anti-SLAPP motion is filed, a response to the complaint is needed. If you or your attorney feels the lawsuit is a SLAPP, then the next step is to file an anti-SLAPP motion as a way to fight back. The judge will then decide to grant or dismiss your motion. If dismissed, you're entitled to appeal the decision immediately. If granted, this is your opportunity to prove to the judge you're engaged in free speech and the complaint filed against you is meritless. If the judge rules in your favor under California's anti-SLAPP statute, the court will dismiss the lawsuit against you and you will be entitled to recover your attorney's fees and court costs. But note, If you lose your anti-SLAPP motion, you may have to pay the plaintiff's attorney's fees and court costs. This has been an overview of an anti-SLAPP motion. On behalf of the ULV Justice Center, we thank you for watching and hope this helps with your legal matters.